Yeah, we took that.
All right, Bannock County Commissioners are now in session. We'll go ahead and turn time over to our clerk, Jason.
Travel was just 8:20.
Thank you very much.
Education.
Looks like they're finishing out their numbers. So thanks for coming. As you know, over the last few years, the clerk and commission have worked really hard to kind of streamline our budget process. So typically, in the statute, the way this works is departments come and present to the clerk, and then the commission wants to know what's going on too, and so they come and present again to the commissioners, and so that everyone's up to speed. And we really are trying to streamline, so you only have to come in and talk to us all at one time. So we'll all ask you questions, and what we'll ask you to do is just go through and especially hit any big changes that you might have, hit your highlights, and run through your budget sheet for us, and we'll quiz you at the end. See if you pass.
Sounds good.
Okay, thanks.
You guys want us to go over our budget?
Yep, go ahead.
I'm going to let Terry do it because my voice is so bad, but I know what's going on at least.
Okay, so the only changes that we're requesting is office supplies. We just want to add the 300. We're just requesting to take it back up to the 2022 that was taken out. And that would be 300 for supplies, 1,800 for maintenance and office equipment, 820 for travel, and 500 for education. And that's all the changes we're requesting in that budget. We're operating fine in that.
If you will note, though, on line item 424 or 42300, I'll include an amount in there. That's the activity for the outside checkbook that Ag Extension uses for their activities. We journal entry in the revenue and expenses, so I will have to include that, but it's going to match revenue.
Yeah, that's that match revenue.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So looking at this, and I mean, you added something to these lines, but it looks like you just went back to previous years.
Correct.
Is there reasoning behind it, just besides?
Just so that we have it in our budget. So, because just basically operating supplies, and now we do have another full-time educator in family consumer sciences, and she's been programming a lot. So.
Okay, and I was just looking, like you say, the office supplies, you only went up $300, but
Right.
As 6 months expended, you've only spent $67.
Most of our expenses come at the end of the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
there's got to be a reason, instead of just going
Right.
back to
Right.
previous year's budget, just
Yeah.
because.
Yeah. So it's the first of the year, and so we're not busy. We're not as busy because it's winter, and we're having a lot of meetings, read meets with the grain growers and all that, and has all the educational things. We start picking up probably in April, and then that's when it takes off with the budget for all the supplies that we need for paper and everything, so that we can program when we're really busy. Because right now, we're just barely picking up.
Yeah, and then travel and education.
That's just the
Correct.
increasing costs.
Yeah.
And I mean, travel's like almost twice as much as it was just a few years ago. To go to a conference and present our stuff or to get information.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've got that. We had saved quite a bit on those years when we didn't have an FCS educator, and returned quite a bit. And so that's why those things got, we could take a lot of reduction, but now that we've got Katie, there's 3 of us now.
Well, like I say, it just, to me, just looking at it, it just
Right.
looks like, well, this is what we did 2 years ago. I'm just going to go back to that budget.
Yeah.
And there's got to be justification.
Right,
Right.
right.
Anytime there's increase,
Yeah.
there's
So,
there's
yeah.
justification to go down and there's justification to go up.
Right.
Yeah, we have a full-time FCS educator now that's in our office, Katie Hickok.
How long were you without that?
Do what?
How long were you without that position? Just this fiscal year or
Almost a year and a
22?
half.
Yeah, it was a while, yeah,
So back through 22.
Mhm.
yeah.
So if we look at 22's expenses,
That was way
that
low.
was why you had the
It was
savings.
so
And
low.
the other thing
Correct.
the other thing that was great or not great, during 2021, there was no conferences to even go to. We couldn't even go to do things, so we saved money that way.
Do you have anything for your repairs, maintenance for your office equipment? That one jumping from 5 to 68. And last year you spent 35 on that one. Do you have any repairs that you know of right now that you're gonna have to take care of?
So not right now, where the copy machine is
That
what
was the big one.
we got the deal. We did have contracts on our copy machines, but we don't now.
Okay.
And we actually we were out a copy machine for about 3 months. Because ours is totally dead. It died. And
But we
Valley-
bought a new one, right? So we own that one.
Well, we got a smaller one that we got at a pretty good deal because we didn't have a copy machine.
To get through the rest of this
Yes.
fiscal year.
Right.
Yes.
And it's working pretty good.
Okay.
And so that's in your capital request, is you a new copier and then also a vehicle, correct?
Yes, to replace that Dodge Caravan. And we've had that in there for a few years, and you know, it would probably work for one more year, but we're getting close to the time where we need to
Did you
replace
say
it.
that last year?
I did. I always say that. But every year we're getting closer to the time where we're gonna need it. It's like that copy machine. We'll run it till it dies, but then
Yeah.
the day it dies.
But then you don't have it budgeted for it.
Right,
So-
right. So it's in the budget so that we can get
Just
it.
in case.
Can you tell me what's the vehicle, what's it used for?
Okay, so we have 3 vehicles, and the main reason why we have 3 vehicles, 3 different kinds of vehicles, is for me, the ag agent, I've got the truck, which I need for, doing field calls and stuff, and it works out great for that. That truck is also, there's an understanding between us and Bingham County that you should know about. I'm half between Bingham and Bannock County, just myself. All the other faculty and staff are just here, Bannock County. Bannock County does have all the Eat Smart people in Bannock County for the whole region. So a lot of these positions are multi-county. Even in Bannock County, the Eat Smart people are. Me, I'm multi-county, I'm in Bingham County. And so in order for me to go over there to Bingham County, I take the white truck, but Bingham County pays for the fuel for the truck. And so it's been a really good deal for quite a while, and it works out really, really well. So that's the truck. The car is for Katie Hitchcock for the Eat Smart group and for FCS, Food Science and Nutrition. And that's also used for everybody to go on long trips because it saves gas. And then the van is for the 4-H extension educator for moving kids around and things like that, and moving leaders around and things like that. So there's a need for all 3 of those different kinds of vehicles, and there's 3 extension educators that need to be moving around.
Which one are you looking to replace?
The van,
The van.
4-H one, and it's our oldest vehicle.
Yeah, it's a 2012 Dodge Caravan.
How many people does it seat?
Oh man, 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
It's got multi-seats.
So you're looking for something similar?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
And we all use those. What we do is this, is that if I needed the van to take some horticulture people over to Aberdeen for the field day or something, then I just tell the 4-H I needed that day, and we work back and forth. And the truck is basically, they use it exclusively. It's theirs for camp and all the weeks of the fair and Eastern Iowa State Fair when they really need to be hauling stuff, and then I take and use the van. So we work with each other pretty good on that. Scheduling with each other, and it's working out pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, John.
So on the copier, are you looking to purchase that, or is that a lease that you're looking for?
I think that, what do you think, Chrissy? We've been looking more at
We had it down as a
buying, right?
purchase.
Okay, that's what I thought, I'm just double checking. Okay.
And for us, it's fine with us either way, whatever Christy wants. If you guys like leases, we do that, but I think we've kind of moved away from that a little bit, so.
On the copiers, I think we had found better deals.
Yeah.
Purchasing it, which is why they have been doing that.
Yeah.
And if that changes in the future and leases look better, we're not against that, so just whatever Christy thinks.
It's whatever the board thinks.
Yes.
Right.
Any more
Okay.
questions on ag?
Well, you-
Okay. The next budget they have is 4-H.
Yeah, 4-H. We didn't make any changes there. That's working pretty good for us.
Yeah. that budget runs real smooth with
What page are we
4-H
on?
through the year.
52.
And if you'll see, like I said earlier about our busy years, 4-H doesn't start kicking in until April or maybe a little bit March when beef weigh-in is, and then now is our busy time, so we're gonna be getting all our ribbons and all of that stuff going.
And I think we've got the money taken care of to pay for premiums, right?
Correct.
That usually goes into our checkbook and then we pay out the
Pay
premiums
out the
that way.
kids. I requested that, it should be ready.
Yeah.
And again, this has that same line item where it says match revenue. That's the outside 4-H checkbook.
For
The
all
past 5
programming,
years,
Day camps.
our livestock has increased. And then also for the past 5 years, just step by step, we've been doing a lot more with our day camps and things like that. This year, we didn't have camp at Alpine because a couple of our buildings got knocked down. We've got them fixed now, so the rest of the camps will be at Alpine, but we used the fairgrounds at Downey, and we really appreciate the commission's let use that because it worked out great. And as far as the kids are concerned, they have just as much fun. As long as their friends are there, they got shooting sports, you know, they're fine. We had a couple of kids from town want to come, you know, roust around later on at night, but, you know, it's either that or bears at Alpine, so, you know, you're always gonna get disrupted. Or moose.
When the moose came in through,
The 4-H
right
numbers have been,
through the camp.
yeah, the 4-H numbers have been going up pretty good.
Good.
Awesome. I don't have any questions.
Okay.
No, very straightforward.
Yeah, that's easy.
We do
Okay,
have a retirement
thanks.
rollover in this 4-H department, for just in case.
Just in case.
Do we need one in ag extension,
Oh, well,
retirement?
just the one,
Jolene.
Okay, so nothing in ag extension?
not another one.
Okay.
Oh, and just to let you know, my main research thrust this year has been, and we've got all my plots at Aberdeen, if you ever want to come out and see them, but I'm growing non-dormant alfalfa cultivars that will die off in the fall, but they fix a load of nitrogen because they don't harden off, they don't put any energy into that crown. So they supposedly fix a lot of nitrogen and they die off that year. And then you plant wheat and barley. Next year I'll be planting wheat and barley after them to see if we can't, you know, make it work economically. And the reason why it hasn't worked in the past, but I think it'll work now, is the price of hay is so high. So that first year you'll still get those two cuttings of alfalfa, which are valuable. And then the price of nitrogen fertilizer, especially for the wheat and barley guys, has gone right through the roof. And this may be one of the only ways to keep going with, at least with some of these irrigated alfalfa wheat rotations. So that's a big, I got a big grant to do that out there at Aberdeen this year. And that's my main research thrust this year. So if you're interested in that. So.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you ever want to know what we're doing, just call us up.
Yeah.
If your tree starts dying,
We can
call
help
me
you.
up.
I already had one die.
Oh, but I do postmortems too.
My honey locust,
Yeah. Locust borer.
it just,
Kill them
nothing,
like that.
nothing this year.
That's why I don't like using plenty locusts. You get them up and big and then they get killed.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
got it down last week.
see you guys.
See you later. Thank you.
Well, who was next?
Probation.
What page is adult probation? Has anyone found it yet?
26.
She tried to cancel earlier today.
26.
She ain't feeling very good.
Is it not on 26?
I think it
Yes.
is on 26.
I did talk to her earlier and we missed putting 9,000 in her capital request. The backup is provided.
Go ahead and go to